Greetings and salutations. Thank you for clicking on today's video. My name is Joshua, the owner of the Transit Prodigy Productions Express. I'm truly excited because I can't wait to show you the feature that I have for you for today. You'll even see some shoutouts and breaking news, etc. Without further ado, it's time for me to take you to today's featured presentation, and I hope you enjoy today's video. Good evening, more like good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today's segment, you already know, is the Transit Prodigy Productions Express, aka Adventure Time with the Transit Prodigy. Today is actually a discussion based upon our adventure to the Cheesecake Factory on January 8th, aka my 26th birthday, and it was an early birthday for my mom. And I'm glad I brought that up because she is this morning's guest of our show, so you might as well say hi.
Hi everybody, how are you?
Alright, to kick things off with a kick. Why did I say that twice? Anyway, so we went to the Cheesecake Factory on my birthday. First thing, well, not exactly first thing after work, but after a few accommodations and stuff like that, we started to go on our way, but of course that did not come without cost. How was the delays that night?
Not too much. Not too much of a delay. It was really cool, smooth sailing. That's all I have to say. It's really smooth sailing, but this boy here, funny.
Smooth sailing, yet we missed the 6:22 exchange place. We had to wait a half an hour at Hoboken. And on top of that, actually those were the main two delays, and the fact that we had to wait for our train for like 15 minutes before leaving Elizabeth. So
sure.
With that being said, I already got the excursion. It'll be ready on July 9th. That's one spoiler that I am going to leak out. I'm not going to leak out no more. So as we ventured to the Cheesecake Factory, we came inside, we sat down. What did you order? Forget the food, because we'll get to the food in a second. What did you order to drink?
I had a tropical mango smoothie.
And as for yours truly, he stuck with the original, a strawberry milkshake holding the whipped cream.
Yep.
As in, no whipped cream. But anyways, speaking of the Cheesecake Factory, that's also today's discussion. Our experience at the Cheesecake Factory, which again was at the 8th, and we didn't get there till what, around 8:30?
Well, yeah, just about 8:30.
Roughly 8:30?
Yeah, about 8:30.
Yeah, roughly 8:30. So we're gonna go straight to the appetizer. What did you order?
Oh man, this is a definite recommend. I mean, I have
stick to the appetizer.
Stick to the appetizers because it's really good. Our personal favorite was the warm crab and artichoke dip. To die for, total to die for. Now, if you haven't been to the Cheesecake Factory ever in your life, this is a suggestion that we recommend definitely for birthdays, anniversaries, especially, upcoming for Mother's Day. And
Wedding parties.
Wedding parties. You
And
can
we'll
book it
save
in.
that part for afterwards. We gotta show them what the artichoke and crab dip look like. Before we do that, I do want to say that my personal favorite dish is ratatouille, but since they didn't have it since 2017,
Don't cry.
freaking limited time only bullcrap. So now we're about to show you what the dishes look like, and then my mom is gonna tell you how it tastes from her end, and I'm gonna tell you how it tastes from my end.
Yeah.
Artichoke crab dip, boy. And we can tell who's demolishing it right here.
It's the shit for y'all.
It's your boy here. It's his birthday. Pray for me. 26 at last. Laters.
Alright, so as you can see, that was the artichoke and warm crab dip, which is my second favorite appetizer. Going to the Cheesecake Factory, as Mama said, it's her favorite, and it's a huge recommendation. How'd it taste on your end?
Oh, it was just dynamite. I mean, it's yummo. You can't get no better than that. You can't get no. You can taste the freshness of the crab. You can taste the sauce. It mellows out, and not only just that, the artichokes are really on point. That whole entire dish made my night. I have to say, it made my night, and as a personal favorite, I recommend to all of you to check out.
Like I said earlier, my favorite dish is ratatouille, but since we have that, I gotta speak on behalf of the artichoke crab dip.
So silly.
I gotta speak on. Shut up. Alright. Before I speak on my point of view of the artichoke crab dip, happy belated birthday to my mom. Her birthday is 3 days after mine. You already know Capricorn season, we throw them seeds on the mofos. So my mom officially turned 49, so that means next year she's around grandma age. Or the age where she should already be a grandma, but let's save that for another time. So,
Nice guy.
better than being a dumb guy. So happy belated birthday to my mom. Like I told you, my birthday was on January 8th. That was an early birthday present for her list this year. Last year was rather late, since her birthday, if I recall correctly, fell on a Wednesday. Yeah, it was a Wednesday. Last year fell on a Wednesday due to it falling on a Monday, I think, that previous year because of leap year or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so last year we went that Friday. This time we went this Monday, and I was not staying later for any shift whatsoever. So now I can stop rambling and start speaking about the artichoke crab dip. I'm not really huge on artichoke. We're gonna get that straight across the platform. I'm not really huge on crab. Not crab. I'm sorry. Artichoke. Thank you. I was about to say I'm crazy if I don't like crab. But the crab part, ooh, baby, that was so good. I can't even begin to tell you where it begins, because if those two weren't perfectly blended together, I don't think I would have ate it. Like, I just looked at it, but like, waitress, can I get something else, please? Because this artichoke is cramping my style. Like, so.
But you know, Dana took very good care of us that night. Like the people who did our food. I mean, I had to say to Dana, we would want you again for Mother's Day, knowing that we're gonna try to book it in advance. We want you. We're definitely gonna call your manager Gilbert to set things up so we can come back there along with my son Joshua and my daughter Tatiana, so we can have.
And maybe our best friend this time, Lena, who's sitting on the sidelines, but we'll get to her and we'll get to everything else later on. And let's not make promises we can't keep, because I don't know what my work schedule looks like, and I'm not sure what Mother Days is going to look like, and you could be surprised a bunch of people's going to request that day off.
True that, but still, we can still, think about it. It's all we can do and just put some money aside just in case, you never know, you may get that day off. You never know.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure I get that day off. And I don't care who's watching it, I'm gonna definitely make sure I get that day off. And speaking of Dana, we're gonna show that clip in a moment. But right now, our next clip is going to be our main courses, and I'm gonna have her tell you what she got, and I'm gonna have from my point of view what I got, which a lot of people on my job was like, ew. We'll get back to you in a few seconds.
Look at my hibachi steak, boy. My hibachi steak. Look at that herb salmon that the birthday girl got. Yes, Yummy. I'm about to kill this.
I'm about to kill this. I don't know what in God's name I was on when I had to make that face like that. Like, I'm about to kill this. Oh my goodness. I can't even begin to tell you what I was on.
That's crazy. I told you.
We're going to start with me this time because this was, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'd let you go first, but this... I gotta get this out. Like, I fell in love with the wasabi steak. Not the wasabi, I'm sorry, the hibachi steak. And a lot of people, after I came back to work, what did you do? Where'd you go? I went to the Cheesecake Factory. What'd you have? The rarest steak possible. And they was like, you had your steak so rare? I was like, you could literally see the red, and it was about to go into my potatoes, kind of bleeding. And I was like, oh my god, yes. If there's one thing about me, if you take me to a restaurant, expect me to get my steak as rare as possible, because that's exactly what my steak was looking like. It was like a perfect mixture of brown and red. I had the tempura asparagus, and then I had the wasabi mashed potatoes. Oh my goodness. Demolishing the appetizer, I still have room for my food. And the one thing my mom noticed is that I did not finish my cheesesteak after she finished eating. But that's for after what she's going to tell you about her main course from her point of view. Like, how good was it?
Man, it was just amazing. They did a wonderful job with the salmon. It was not dry. It was very moist, flaky,
it looked juicy.
It's tender.
It looked like it got caught straight out the river and served right into the...
Yeah, definitely. It was really good. The asparagus, the mashed potatoes on point. They weren't, yucky. They weren't soggy.
It's a Cheesecake Factory. I hope they're not nasty.
They were on point. They were very on point. And as for our server Dana, she did
a good job.
Did an excellent job.
A lot of people are gonna think I'm bugging, because a lot of people on my job think I'm bugging too. And then they had to look at it from my retrospect from a little bit. So I had Dana, our server. Mom, did I not have her say, go? Did I not say,
yes,
go find who made this artichoke and crab dip? Come back, tell me. She did just that. And what I do?
You tip them.
I tipped them. I gave the artichoke crab dip creator, a $12 tip. So it was my turn. I was eating well, it was always my turn. I was the only one tipping. But anyway, she came back around. Hey, can you find out who made the wasabi potatoes, the hibachi steak, and the tempura asparagus? And I kept calling them string beans for some reason. Because I forgot I was eating asparagus.
Asparagus!
So she goes to the kitchen. She found out who made my main course. Alright. Give him $15. I gave him $15 of cash. Gave the cook $15. And then apparently the waitress came back. She was like, we really don't see people like you. And apparently the guy that got the tip in the kitchen was bragging about it to his colleagues or whatever. So I'm like, yo, I must have made this man's night. Like, it makes me feel good. All I hear was from the waitress, I got tip, I got tip. And then the other guy that got tip, I got tip too.
You heard it from all the way in the back to where we were sitting by the door. We heard it from all the way in the back, and they had everybody in that room just rolling.
I swear.
Woo, what a night, what a night.
Now before I tell you how that, I'm going to tell you how that went before, I'm going to tell you how the rest of that went in a little bit. But I'm going to tell you some other parts now. Back at my job, there's like, why are you tipping the cooks? Like, it's their job to cook and stuff like that. But you truly don't understand what it feels like being underappreciated, snubbed of your greatness and stuff like that.
Yes.
Waitress told me that somebody broke down because their food was being trashed so horribly, despite the fact that it was being good. So I'm like, I would have went to jail that night, because if I was that person, I could not, like. He's one of the nicest people apparently, and the fact that he got broke down like that is even a better reason why I like to tip the cooks. Like, I don't like seeing people go unappreciated, not deserving of recognition and stuff like that. Like, and I even said that if it wasn't for the cooks, that the waitress would have nothing to serve and nobody would come to the store. So
exactly.
I feel like it's only fair to tip the cooks too. Like, yeah, they may be making more, like maybe a few dollars above their starting wage and stuff like that. And yes, the servers are below minimum wage, but guess what? If I want to tip the cook, I'm gonna tip the cook. You're not gonna hog the tips for yourself. You're not gonna snub them. If I want to let their greatness be known, I'm gonna let their greatness be known.
Exactly. She
worked at a fast food restaurant, but that's another topic for later. I still work at Sonic Drive-In, so I pretty much do what I want. And I do what I need to do.
Oh, God.
But I still get tips, I still serve, I still do everything in my store. I feel like everybody at the Cheesecake Factory did their part, so...
Exactly.
The $27 I gave in tips to the kitchen was definitely appropriate, so... To continue with the main course, it was delicious. Like, I even tried a piece of her salmon. Oh my God, I could have sworn my head was about to roll off my shoulder. Like, it was so damn good. Like the way my body just, oh my gosh. Like, that's so good. Like,
oh, it was good. It was like food porn.
And of course you gotta go there.
Yep, it is. It's good stuff. When you see good food, it's pleasing to the eyes.
Speaking of people, I got a surprise for you. Let's just say I caught 2 tearjerkers that night. 2 tearjerkers. We're gonna get back to you after a few moments. Check out the next clip.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday from the Cheesecake
Factory.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Mom, from the Cheesecake Factory. Thank you very much.
Thursday and today.
Gets her every time, y'all. Gets her every time. Happy early birthday, Mom. I love you. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Here's a better surprise. I know you like red velvet cake so much, so I got you the ultimate red velvet cake. I love you. Now let's look at that beautiful cake of yours. Ooh, I'm so discreet in the streets. Like, I know how to make her happy and everything. They should call me the nerdy sneakster.
Oh my god.
And look at my dulce de leche cheesecake. Like, ooh, baby.
God, I don't think I can eat it all.
Just eat what you can and we'll take the rest home. It's my birthday and it's my mother's birthday on Thursday. Thanks for watching. Truly appreciate it. Laters. Oh, look at what we taking home. 2 more orders of artichoke and crab dip. Ooh, baby. Yay! Now it's my turn.
I could always relight it for you.
Oh my goodness. Seriously, thank y'all for watching. I truly appreciate this.
So I'm reviewing this video while I was putting everything together, and guess who I catch with the tearjerker as if it was a Cheesecake Factory night all over again. Except around this time, it's like what, 12:43? We would have probably just got in the house right now. Like, oh my god, like, I kid you not, I was ready for it. Like, I literally played this off so cool. Like, I'm going to the bathroom, and then noticing that our waitress was right there. This one's oblivious to the fact that she was right there. So I'm like, I know how to play this off. I exactly know how to play this off. I expected her to take a peek or see what's about to go off, but no. So I'm like, hey Dana, I'm like this exactly the way I'm talking to my mom. I'm like, hey yo, we need 2 cakes. You know how Thursday's her birthday. Today is mine. Bring 2 cakes. And of course you already know, have your singing crew ready, stuff like that. She's like, I got you.
Oh, God.
And then I go to the bathroom, handle my business. I come back, she ain't asked me nothing. I'm like, I remember this one time, it was 2015, except it was her going to the bathroom. I called our waiter, yo, catch her with the surprise, yo. This time, I catch her with the surprise when they going to the bathroom. So I don't know how the hell this played out, but it just worked to my favor. I come back, she's still sitting there with her back pressed to the chair, not knowing a darn thing that's about to go on. I'm like, she is so oblivious. I love this. She is so oblivious, and then she's just bringing our stuff to get ready to take home. And this was at that moment my mom noticed I had finished my milkshake. I'm like, okay, now you got me twisted. I ain't just gonna drink half this milkshake, now drink the other half. Finish my milkshake, waiting for dessert. I still have room for dessert for some reason. I usually get full at a certain point. So I'm gonna let her tell you the rest from her point of view, because I got so much to say on this one.
Oh man, I was not paying attention. I wasn't expecting this like usual. And you know, when they came and saying happy birthday, oh wow, he gets me every time. I can't stand you. But you know what, it's really, in a way, it's like mixed emotions for me, because knowing that we lost the matriarch of our family, my mother, and we miss her so much, and I think she would have been very proud to see her grandson would do something like this.
Try to get grandma. She wasn't surprised one bit. But I thought I could get her because it works. Grandma knew I was onto that. She's like, don't really get me with that.
But you know, it's mixed emotions because I do miss my mom, and I think she would have wanted me to have the best birthday ever. Now that I'm 49 years old,
a.k.a. grandma stage,
and be quiet, and getting up there, you know, I'm taking it one day at a time. I thank God, I thank my family, I thank my son, my daughters. I just thank everybody who's, you know, been a part of me for 49 years, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't want to trade it in for the world. But this is something that, you don't expect all the time, especially when you're getting close to the half-century mark. But I'm still 25 in my own way anyway. So, that being said, I'm 25 today. Hello.
I'm glad she brought the number 25 up, because this is how everything transpired to near the end. So, after everything, I asked Dana to get the manager, whether the cook or the general manager. It really didn't matter. Just bring the manager, and I want you back with the manager. So she went and did just that. That was the part where, after my mom said, I don't think I could eat everything, and then I'm just eating my dessert, waiting for the boss to come back. She's waiting for her cheesecake box or whatever. So, excuse me. So the waitress comes back with the manager. The manager was really appreciated because he finally got to meet the one that was tipping the cooks for the night, and then he was really a pleasant guy. Shout out to you, Gilbert.
Yes, shout out to Gilbert.
Definitely a shout out to
and
Gilbert.
The crew. Dana, we love you. We hope to have you again for Mother's Day. It's like with Gilbert, he's really cool, and he told us ahead of time if we need to make reservations with him, we could do it like maybe 2 months in advance, and we can have that reserved so we can come off for Mother's Day. And
I'm not promising the reservation part's 2 months in advance, considering that things could go haywire. But on to the main point, though.
Still.
So I talked to the manager, like, okay, not for our application process, but I just want to be a smart aleck real quick. But just to tell him that we was really appreciative and stuff like that. So to make things short and sweet, I pulled out $25 out my wallet. Mom was nice enough to give out $5 to me, and that's that very second where I caught her with how many dollar tip?
Altogether,
No, don't spoil that part. Just tell them how much we gave her in cash.
In cash, it was $55.
And you still spoiled it.
I'm sorry. 30, and then
$30 in cash, and after everything, that's when when she was speaking to the manager, I think it was that part, and then I caught her like leaning onto the thing. I caught her with the tearjerker. So not only did I catch with a tearjerker, I catch the waitress with a tearjerker. She caught 30 in cash, and then at that point, I told her I was ready for the check and stuff like that. She gives me the check, $117.50 exactly. So I told her I was paying now. She was telling me she thought I was about to mistake, but I had another surprise for her. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you another surprise. Take another $25. So I gave her $55 tips that night.
Yeah.
And some of you may be asking, why did I give her that much? Because the Cheesecake Factory itself went above and beyond to make it a spectacular night for me and my mom. The kitchen did their thing. The waitress definitely did her thing.
Yeah.
Like, some waitresses would have been annoyed, like, being sent back and forth to find out who made what, who made this, and stuff like that. She was really patient. She was really cool, really sweet woman.
Exactly.
So she went above and beyond. She did what she was supposed to do. She gave the kitchen the tips instead of hogging it for herself like some other people would, which also was some plus points. So she definitely was deserving of the $55 that I gave to her that night, and I truly appreciated that. So the manager was also happy, and Dave was hoping that we would come back again soon and stuff like that. And speaking of coming back soon,
we will come back.
I told my mom this is a 3-bit series, but it's eventually definitely going to turn this into 5. So we're going to tell you how we think of the Cheesecake Factory and our recommendations to you, stuff like that. So if you haven't been there before, you'll definitely want to go. Hopefully you'll have the pleasant experience that we had, and you'll definitely set out in a few seconds. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible because we're both getting tired, and she got in late after her boyfriend decided to treat her for her birthday by going to the movies and stuff like that. But like I'm going to say before she starts rambling, that's another time. So our input of the Cheesecake Factory, the first one I went to was the one in Edison, but I favor the one in Hoboken, Jersey City, I should say actually. Jersey City. Because it's more scenic, it may be pricey, but at least you won't be stranded, especially on a weekend, so you have many options as to going home and going to the factory. So
Yeah.
our input of the Cheesecake Factory is that you really must go. There's many of my friends telling me, or associates alike, saying that they never been there before, so I really recommend it. It may be expensive. I tell them to save it for a specific reason, like say if they have kids and they got good grades on their report cards, or if it's a birthday night, a wedding night, or stuff like that, maybe a celebration, a birthday party, stuff like that. So I really recommend going. The food is really good. Some of you are huge into seafood. They got that. They have a bar if you're a social drinker, or if you just like to drink in general, they got that part.
Yep.
You definitely like literally inside the mall, so it's really good. I'm gonna let her say her point of view as to what she thinks of the Cheesecake Factory and recommendations, stuff like that. Go ahead.
It's just like what my son said. I personally recommend it. Family friendly. They have a lot of stuff on the menus for kids that if they like like cheeseburgers, chicken fingers, all that good stuff. They have everything for the kids, and not only that, they accommodate, if you have any food, concerns or allergies about food or whatever, you can probably talk to the manager and find out what's in it, and they'll probably give you a bit of good direction on what's being in the food. But I'm gonna tell you, it's really awesome. It's definitely family friendly, and if you got friends, make it a girls night out. If it's gonna be the boys and you guys are gonna look at football, they got the football screens where you can look at your favorite team.
Just hope you're sitting in the right section, because you'll be stretching your neck for a little bit.
I mean, they have a bar. They have a bar where, if you want to get your beer on or your wine on, your rum and coke on, hey, that's even better too. But definitely the desserts are killer. Definitely killer. I had the red velvet cheesecake. It's really good. And not only that, he had the dulce de leche cheesecake, and then we had the same cheesecake for Tati's birthday, right? Dulce de leche for her?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
So, I'm going to tell you guys my personal input. Go in there and check it out. You have nothing to lose. But I'm going to tell you, it may be pricey, but it's worth every penny.
Alright, this is around the time that we got for today. I thank you for being a special guest on my show. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you very much, son.
Alright, I know you're getting tired, so I'm going to let you go on and get some sleep right now. Go ahead.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Hope to see you guys again soon on the flip side. Peace.
Later. So now that everything's pretty much been said and done, all you gotta do right now is take our word for it, look up the nearest Cheesecake Factory near you, and hopefully you'll get the results that you're looking for. For the time being, this video, let me see, the next video should be ready. Tomorrow is Monday, Martin Luther King Day. The next video should be ready for tomorrow at noon, which is going to be one of my seasonal episodes of, you already know, so I don't really have to say it, but that's it. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you later on, and stay safe no matter what it is that you're doing. Later. Thank you for watching another episode of the Transit Prodigy Productions Express. I truly appreciate support, and I'm going to continue to do my best to upload newer videos to my channels and make sure the content is at its finest. And if you're out in the field, make sure you look twice both ways before crossing the streets. If you see tracks, think train, especially the active ones. And if you see something, say something. Thank you once again for watching today's episode, and please stay tuned for the next one.